Pranam everyone. Namaste. Take a comfortable position. Start relaxing, feet upwards. Observe that part. And if there are any muscles that are holding it tense, release them. If you wish, mentally, you can rub your soles or pressure point your feet, wriggle your toes, all mentally, and release them. Run through the body, upwards, observing each part, taking your time, not rushing through it. In between, if the mind wavers, let it waver. This is the time and the method to slowly start reducing the attention that the mind has held due to the previous day's occupations, withholding it, withdrawing it from the world, bringing it to oneself. Our body is also a part of our focus now. So part by part, we pay attention to each part. And by the time we come up, we have relaxed the body and the mind is fairly withdrawn. So take your time. Never rush through this process. If the relaxation is not complete, the mind is not withdrawn from its preoccupations, then anything further is only half-hearted, superficial it will be. Dhyanam is effective when we are able to withdraw our mind, our thoughts from the world, and bring it to a particular point of focus. I'll keep quiet for a minute or so. By now, most of us have become equipped to deal with relaxation. We also need to find our own pace to do this. Use breathing as a technique as well. Be always gentle with yourself. There is no right over here. What we are doing is already right. Reminding the purpose is also one of the ways to quickly give up the preoccupations of the mind. Because we get involved in the world, our knowledge goes into the background. By repeated abhyas, when this purpose remains awake to us throughout the day, our mind will very quickly take to nididhyasana. But for now, we accept that it is a little voluntary effort we need to put because we've never learned to do with persistence, consistence, dropping away the world at our will. जगत और उसके व्यवहारिक दुनिया को अपनी मर्जी से हमें छोड़ना नहीं आया अभी तक, शायद या थोड़ा टाइम लग जाता है relative to each one. The first few minutes through relaxation, concentration, and expansion, we use these methods to drop from our mind all the preoccupations, and all means all. At such times, it helps to remind to ourselves our own purpose. Because as a jiva, jivatva means feeling lost in the world. Shastra even explains that purpose to us. Through Adhyanam, Shravanam, we become clear of that purpose till we start identifying with it and it actually becomes our purpose. This is how each one of us has understood the Shastra so far. From within ourselves, what do we think is the purpose of our Vedantic Adhyanam? Shravanam. That we have woken up to another sunrise today, like yesterday. It gives us all the opportunities to establish ourselves one more step, a little more, Purusharth, towards knowing what really is. Watch your breath by now. If it has quietened and become rhythmic, this is the Lakshana that the mind is now ready for Mananam, Nididhyasanam, on a Vedantic topic, which is not going to be based on sensory knowledge. The only praman for it is Shastra Adhyanam. Shravan is the only praman. Shabd praman. Our mind is ready when our breathing has got settled. So we don't rush through this. Invoke your own Ishtadevata. Offer your pranam. And the Purusharth that we are now putting. Offer this Purusharth to Ishwar. Bring to your mind all the activities of yesterday. From the moment the session ended, Dhyanam ended, till we slept. Observe your actions and the feelings. What you did and how you predominantly felt during the day at different times with different people at doing different things. If there was one thing you had to pick out from it, what would you identify as the purpose or the motivation to have done all that I did? These questions become important for Atmanishtha at a later point. कल हमने जो कुछ भी किया उन सब के साथ कोई ना कोई भाव जुड़े थे. I was feeling something. That feeling is what we need to see. And identify the motivation of what we were doing, why we were doing what we did. इसको हम शास्त्र विद्या से अलाइन करते हैं. कर्मों को were my actions duty based? Some may be, some may not be. Auto correction automatically starts from here for each one of us. There will be a lot of self-recognition. Nobody needs to tell me. Shastra has already told me what needs to be heard. In the yardstick of the Shastric knowledge, I can evaluate my own feelings and thoughts and actions. If they were duty-based, observe your own mind behind those thoughts, those actions. Duty-based actions में मन कैसा feel कर रहा था? If anything, I acted purely out of a sense of duty, having practiced whatever karma yoga I had before. And if it's become an integral part of my own nature today, my actions are automatically oriented to being a yogic कर्म. स्वाभाविक हो गया है कि मेरे कर्म अब कर्म योग ही बनते हैं. तो मेरे भाव कैसे होते हैं? If I'm not established in it, मेरा स्वभाव नहीं बना अभी है, तो कुछ कुछ कर्मों में जहां मैं ये अभ्यास करती हूँ वहां मेरे मन में कैसे विकार है? How do I feel there? जिन कर्मों में वो ड्यूटी भाव नहीं था, और कोई भी भाव हो, we have to observe the contrast. The answer will be evident. वो भाव recognize खुद करिए. I will not say words for it. Your own motivation in those actions which were not duty-based, not from a sense of duty. We want to observe our own feelings behind those thoughts, those actions. You may write them down later. If you need to. This is the catch which breaks our cycle of stagnation in a jiva buddhi, with a jiva buddhi. वो भाव क्या है? We have touched upon it in some previous session. But for now, however tempted I am to say it, your own identification of your bhav is what will help. My own identification of my bhav will help me and you. उस भाव को आपको शास्त्र विद्या के साथ, वेदांत विद्या के साथ अलाइन करके देखना है. इस प्रोसेस को निधिध्यासन कहते हैं. बुद्धि मेरी समझ चुकी है. भूल जाते हैं तो क्लास में फिर से याद आ जाती है. When our acharya says it in different ways, it gets affirmed, reinforced. But then our mind again gets involved and we kind of forget it, or it goes in the background. But the next step of self-correction, we don't take time out for it. And so the information, blessed we are that we have right information. That information now has to translate and align my own thoughts accordingly. कोई भी ऐसा कल के दिन एक कर्म या व्यवहारिक इंटरैक्शन जो मेरा ड्यूटी बेस्ड नहीं प्रॉम्प्टेड था, चाहे वो मैंने ना किया हो, लेकिन आई फाइंड माई सेल्फ इन इट, मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ अनदर पर्सन whom I am related to. We observe our own state of mind there. What was that mind? Do we find a Jiva Buddhi there? A sense of Jivatvam there? Do we find the sense of otherness, separation there? Do we find the division there? I won't add more words. For the fundamental word we need to identify, we've heard it enough in classes. And I'm certain it is there in our memory. When we woke up today, the sense of Jivatvam, am I able to identify now as evidently as I could on retrospection what I do yesterday? I'll repeat this. Yesterday I observed the Jivatvam in operation, full manifestation, full expression in a particular action or incident or relation. I just observed the prompt there, the motive there, what I was feeling, truly speaking. I'm not supplying the word at the moment. You would have picked it up by your own. I trust that. That same bhav, we've woken up today to identify that. Is it there lingering in me? Now, if I identify it, what do I project will my actions for the day be? The sense of duty if I did any action yesterday, that feeling, that bhav behind, that outcome of the mind there. You have to observe it. अनुभव से अपने देखिए क्या अनुभव हुआ था वहां. And if I have that identification of the buddhi now, and I generate the day based on that, what do I see the outcome to be. The contrast of these two are evident in the life of every jiva. जीवत्वम के भाव सब जीव में है। जो शरीर से जुड़ा है और मैं कह रहा है, इस शरीर के साथ जुड़े सब विकारों को मन के सब भाव वहीं से आते हैं। The small I am this form, I am this name, I am so and so, I am someone's brother, sister, daughter, wife, child. I have so and so work, इत्यादि इत्यादि। While Vedanta says, Brahman thou art, the obstruction to this knowledge is this jiva bhav. जो मुझे रियलिटी यहीं पे रख रहा है। अगर ये जीव का सत्य है, तो I should be accepting everything that comes with jiva, जीवत्वम। जीवत्वम जो भी मुझे देता है, I should accept it. क्या देता है जीवत्वम मुझे? That answer you have to discover. Shastra has already told us, but I have to see it also. क्या देता है जीवत्वम मुझे? I don't know Brahman today, I say. But I do see what Jivatvam gives me to some extent. Shastras unfolded it. I seem to know it. It validates me now that I also see it more clearly. So whatever this Jivatvam gives, I guess I should be accepting it. And if I am able to see how Shastra Vidya takes me from here by observing that little duty based action and what it gave me, this Brahman that I am, and this Jiva that I think I, I feel today I am, they can't coexist. That I think I am Jivatvam, and all the experience that comes with it. Shastra uses just one word, avidya. यही अविद्या है. Avidya is the darkness of not knowing. It expresses as I do not know. And I do not know anything. Where I came from, where I will go when I die. Will I go anywhere at all? Will this be the end? Why am I with certain people in my life? Why are some people happy, some not so happy? Why do some people get everything, others don't get anything? Why is there are only questions and questions in our minds? This is that darkness. We just do not know. All we know is I am here. I exist. I am born. I am showing life. I am expressing life. But I don't know anything. And it's not just me who doesn't know anything. Nobody knows anything. Those who think they know, they are more deluded than us. We at least are honest. Our jivatvam has sincerity and honestness. We acknowledge we do not know where I have come from, what will happen when I die. What happens to all this acquisition of this lifetime? How is it that the body is growing older and older? It keeps growing the day I was born. There's nothing I can do to reverse the process. It just seems to move in one direction. There really is nothing that I know. Whatever little science may have brought to us is also only relevant for the time being. I can't rely on that knowledge. For when more things are discovered, the present knowledge will be redundant. So the cycle of not knowing remains. It's not even a cycle. I just don't know. Remains. This is that darkness. We all live in that darkness. Jivatvam is darkness. Shastra says this. And the simile that Shankaracharya has given us to understand this darkness is, as long as there is darkness, Anything you do in this darkness will not be a solution to remove it. ये जीवत्व भाव जाएगा नहीं कुछ भी करने से। आप कर्तव्य बुद्धि से भी कुछ कर लेंगे तो भी ये जीवत्व भाव नहीं डिस्ट्रॉय होगा। आपको थोड़ा पुण्य मिल जाएगा, थोड़ा रिलीफ मिल जाएगा, इस जीवत्व भाव को थोड़ा शांति मिलेगा, बट it cannot touch this darkness to eradicate it. The only thing that is a direct solution to this darkness, like any darkness, by giving us the simile of darkness, Shankaracharya has conveyed a very subtle point. And that is why a seeker holds on to the knowledge. Darkness saying is a simile. What will remove darkness? My cleaning, my doing, my going, my coming, all realms of karma, any time in any place, whichever way I may have done, however pure my karma may become, it does not touch this darkness. It just kind of quietens the mind that I can now address this darkness. I can look at it. So karmas are not redundant. I have to do the right karmas. I have to do the right upasanas. I have to be engaged through the body in the sense of jivatvam, doing what I'm supposed to do, as Shastra tells me. But I also have to understand and appreciate that they will not remove the darkness. Just as we see in our experience, जब रात होती है और अमावस्या की रात होती है, when there is no source of light that I attribute, that is total darkness. And I know that only when there is Suryodaya, at dawn, the first rays of sun, they start eradicating the darkness. Light is the only thing that will remove darkness. और कैसे हटाती है? उसको एग्जिस्टेंस को ही खत्म कर देती है। डार्कनेस नाम की कोई चीज ही नहीं रह जाती। There is only light. This simile, Bhagwan says, is exactly what is happening with avidya, jivatva buddhi. And its antidote is only vidya, brahma buddhi. इसको हम बुद्धि क्यों कह रहे हैं? ये सिर्फ व्यावहारिक शब्द है। ब्रह्म की कोई बुद्धि नहीं। ब्रह्म अनुभव है, उसको जान लेना ही वही बुद्धि बनी। वही सिर्फ इस जीव बुद्धि का अंधकार मिटाता है। So every seeker, and everyone is a seeker, our acharyas tell us. We're all seeking happiness. जीवत्व भाव में सबको सुख चाहिए, सबको शांति चाहिए. That happiness that we are seeking cannot come through any action, cannot come through a sense of jivatvam. It is a contradiction. जब तक जीवत्व भाव है, वो सुख जो मुझे चाहिए, it eludes me. क्योंकि सुख मेरा स्वभाव है. ब्रह्मन ही सुख है, ब्रह्मन ही आनंद है. मगर वो ब्रह्मन तो मैं नहीं जानती. मगर सुख तो मुझे चाहिए. आइडेंटिफाई दैट ये जो सुख चाहिए, दैट आई से आई वॉन्ट टू बी सुखी, मुझे आनंद चाहिए और ज्यादा और ज्यादा. दैट हैप्पीनेस दैट आई सीक is a contradiction and also an indication towards who I am. It's a contradiction that as a jiva, I want that happiness that you can never get. Because you are happiness. तो आप बन कैसे और कैसे प्राप्त कर सकते हो जो आप हो. प्राप्त तो वो होता है जो है नहीं. मगर जो ऑलरेडी है, इसको कैसे प्राप्त करेंगे. So entire Vedanta is in the form of neti, अपवाद. जीव बुद्धि आरोपित है. Whoever jiva successfully manages to do the apavad of this jiva buddhi, like Ramana Maharishi could, and many, many such unknown perhaps to us. In this Sanatana Parampara, many have found moksha, found as in rediscovered their own self. That happiness I already am by giving up jiva buddhi. Take a deep breath. वेदांत का उत्तम अधिकारी श्रवण का वही बनता है जो श्रवण को अपने अनुभव के साथ कोरिलेट कर सकता है. जो अपने अनुभव के साथ कोरिलेट नहीं कर पाता है, वो अनुभव की आशा रखता है. That I will in future become. शास्त्र उसी को मंद और मध्यम कहता है और उसी को साधना दी जाती है चित्त शुद्धि की. जहां श्रवण थोड़ा कम रहे कोई बात नहीं, मगर कर्म योग और उपासना योग जीवन में आने लगे और उसके थ्रू ये अधिकारी उत्तम बन जाता है। और जब वो उत्तम बनता है तो उस श्रवण को वो इमीडिएटली अपने अनुभव के साथ कोरिलेट कर पाता है, एंड ऑटोमेटिकली सेल्फ करेक्शन बिगिंस। टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ। To our own Ishta Devata, we once again offer our pranam and our purusharth. We try our best in our capacity. We know that. We leave it to Ishvara. And do what we ought to do. I will chant Om once to conclude. Om. Is very good. Everyone, Shubh Dinam, Ishvara.